Hello,
Again.
Merry Christmas. This is our second time to try and record this because when I just recorded it a few minutes ago, I didn't have the sound working. We've got the sound working, but Nanny Fee can't hang around for the whole thing this time because we are running really, really late. It's Christmas morning 2017, and kids, this is your update for your investment portfolio. So Merry Christmas from me. Merry Christmas from Nanny Fee.
Merry Christmas.
She's going to run off, and I'll call her back when
When you're finished.
When I'm finished. Okay, be ready. Okay, so this is what we are looking at on the screen at the moment is the cryptocurrency that I'm going to be investing in this year, but we will talk about that later. Let's slip over to here and look at everything that we've currently working on. Okay, so starting with your piece of artwork, we still have your piece of artwork. We have no idea whatsoever whether it has increased in value, whether it has decreased in value. We just don't know, but we still have it. Second, we have your ASX shares. So that's the Australian Stock Exchange pool of shares that you have. I'm not sure how many of those you have. Let's have a quick look. That you have 40 of. Now, when they were originally bought, they were worth $952. They really didn't move at all over the next over the next 3 years. They're now worth $1,002. That is a $50 growth in 3 years. That also is, there was also some dividends, and I think the dividends came out to around about $30 or $40. So you've made about $90 on that one there over the last 3 years. Okay. The next thing on the list is the gold bracelet. Now, the gold bracelet, on the day we purchased it. Now, I have to tell you, this is melt price. So if we were to melt the bracelet down, the amount of gold that is in it is worth was worth $1,166 on the day it came into the investment portfolio. It is today worth $1,313. Now, if we weren't to melt it down and we were to sell it as a piece of jewellery, I believe it would be considerably more than that, but I am only counting on the melt price. Next, we have the silver. Now, the silver's interesting because when we bought it, we had to pay a premium to actually buy the physical silver. And actually, I'll show it to you. So here is the stuff. Okay, this is they're actually not that heavy now I'm hoping that that's right in front of the camera because I can't see the camera at the moment, which is a bit annoying. But there's your silver, and that we bought for, let me see, hang on. At the time it was worth about $20 an ounce when we bought it, but we paid about $24 an ounce. So right now it's worth $529. Where we paid $5.99 for it. But I'll just zip over to here, go to the silver price list. Now we bought it in 2015, Christmas 2015, which is here. So it was worth about $20 an ounce, and now it's worth 21. We paid 24 for it, so several times over the last 2 years, it's gone above that $24 mark. So even though we paid a premium, it has headed above it on a few occasions, and there's every chance that we'll see it go up again. But that's, that's neither here nor there. We are doing long-term investing. Okay, the Green Man and the unicorn carving, we have no way to know what that is worth, so we're leaving the value of what we paid for it. The shares in silver, we paid $658 for. They are now worth $700. Now, here's the story. I've got to tell you a story about last year. Last year I promised you, where are we? I promised you that I was going to buy 15 shares in the Schwab real estate fund, and I was going to buy 3 shares in Tesla Motors. Now, I couldn't. As it turned out, I could not. I could only spend a certain amount of money, and the money that we had wasn't enough to buy both of those there, because you have to spend $2,000. I could only spend, if I was going to buy 2 of those, it was going to be $1,000 each or $900 each. As it turned out, I went and bought 6 of the Tesla Motors shares, and I ignored the Schwab real estate. I did tell myself I was going to buy the real estate ones this year, but I've changed my mind. So you do not have 3 shares of Tesla and 15 shares of Schwab. You have 6 shares of Tesla, and if you look here, there are 2 cancelled certificates that I'd like you to have, and remove the actual certificates from your portfolio so that it remains true. And then there's another certificate that says that you've got 6 shares of Tesla. That's the one that stays in your portfolio, or in your folio of all of the different things that we have. Okay, so that's what's happened with Tesla. Now, Tesla did really well in the fact that it was, well, actually, I'll come back to the Tesla stock. Here's the Tesla stock here. Now, you were looking at buying it at about there. Now, I couldn't, because I had to sign forms and do lots of stuff, and it took me probably until about the end of January, which by that time the price was $250. We were looking at $208 to buy it, and that's when I was able to buy it. And I just basically forgot about it. And because I forgot about it, by the time I got around to it, and I'll show you that here. Let's see. Actually, no, that's probably no, that's not the one. By the time I got around to buying it, it was worth $299 a share. So it had gone up massively. Now, I've taken the loss there. You got it at $299 a share, which was, where are we? 313, 321, 314. Yeah, we're looking about March that it was down at $299. So I bought it somewhere in March. Well, I know exactly when I bought it. I bought it on the 19th of March, and in so doing, lost $100 a share that I've had to pull out of my pocket. And there you have a bad investor for myself, but I've done a great job for you. Next. Okay, so the last thing we need to look at is what I'm doing this year, and that is cryptocurrencies. And if we slip over to here, here are the 4 different cryptocurrencies. Now, I've already invested about $250, but they will only allow me to invest $250 a week, which is probably not a bad thing when you look at what's happened during the last week. But I bought on the 23rd, so the price that I've bought at is pretty much exactly the same as it is now. But over the last week, it's dropped considerably from 25,000 all the way down to where are we now? 17,829. So that's what I'm looking at doing. Now, if we look here, this is over the last year. This cryptocurrency has gone from being worth, 1 Bitcoin was 1,263 Australian dollars, and it is today 18,799 Australian dollars. So it has just done ridiculous things over the last 12 months. I don't actually expect that ever to happen again, but it's something that I'm going to invest in, and we'll sit back over the next 10 years and see what happens. So I'm investing $450 in Bitcoin. I'm investing $450 in Bitcoin Cash. I'm investing $450 in Ethereum. And I'm investing $450 in Litecoin. Now, I'll be doing that once a week over the next 2 months, and I'll just be buying at the price. Now, if we see, no, that's what I'm going to do. Even if I see the whole thing plummet back to the June prices of, $68, where right now it's $3 $344. I'm just going to continue to buy the stuff, and that's what happens. That's what happens when you trade. You make and you lose money. This one's a little bit different because it's so new. Well, when I say that, so yeah, because it's so new, it hasn't been around a massive amount of time. It's like 10 years old, and or the idea is like 10 years old, and it's a part of the digital age, and let's get in line with the digital age. Why not? So as we are at the moment, Dale, do you want to come back in? As we are at the moment, if we add up what we value, or what the value of everything is, the total value of your portfolio right now is $8,547.95. It is true that some of the Bitcoin still needs to be purchased, but that's the value that we put it at today, and I think we've done reasonably well when you consider that most things have run level or come up just a little bit, and there's not much more that you can ask for. I don't think. The first year we came here and said, okay, we bought this and it's gone down, and we bought this and it's gone down, and now everything seems to be traveling well. And I'm looking forward to the next 10 years of playing this game. So Merry Christmas from us.
Merry Christmas.
And we'll see you at next year's roundup of your investment portfolio. See you, kids. Bye.
Bye.